Have you ever wondered how some people get incredibly rich from the stock market, while most others lose their shirts? What if I told you the secret isn't about luck, timing, or some complex algorithm, but a simple, timeless philosophy? Today, we're diving into the life of the man who created that very philosophy, a man whose ideas built empires, including that of his most famous student, Warren Buffett. This is the story of Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. Benjamin Graham's story begins not on Wall Street, but in London, England. In 1894, born Benjamin Grosbaum, his family moved to New York when he was just a year old. They enjoyed a comfortable life until tragedy struck. His father passed away, and a series of bad investments wiped out their family savings, plunging them into poverty. This early experience with financial ruin lit a fire in young Graham. He became obsessed with understanding money, risk, and how to build lasting wealth. His brilliance was undeniable. He won a scholarship to Columbia University and graduated second in his class at just 20 years old. His professors begged him to stay in academia, but Graham had his sights set on Wall Street. He started as a clerk at a brokerage firm in 1914 and quickly climbed the ladder, becoming a partner. During these years, he spent countless hours dissecting financial statements, learning the ins and outs of securities, and developing the core ideas that would later change the world of finance forever. Then came the crash of 1929 and the Great Depression. The market chaos was devastating for many, but for Graham, it was the ultimate validation. It reinforced his belief that investing required discipline, deep analysis, and most importantly, a margin of safety. In 1934, amidst the economic rubble, he co-authored his masterpiece, Security Analysis. This book was revolutionary. It introduced the world to value investing, the radical idea of buying stocks for less than their true intrinsic worth. Forget market hype and herd mentality. Graham argued that an investor should be like a scientist, relying on facts and cold, hard numbers. So what is this margin of safety he talked about? Imagine you're building a bridge that needs to hold 10 tons. Do you build it to hold exactly 10 tons? Of course not. You build it to hold 15 or 20 tons. That extra capacity is your margin of safety. Graham applied the same logic to stocks. If you calculate a company's true value to be $50 per share, you don't buy it at $49. You wait until you can buy it for $30 or $35. That discount is your buffer against errors in judgment, bad luck, or the wild swings of the market. It's the single most important rule for protecting your capital. To help investors stay rational, Graham created a brilliant allegory, Mr. Market. He imagined the stock market as a manic depressive business partner. Every day, Mr. Market knocks on your door and offers to buy your shares or sell you his at a different price. Some days he's euphoric and quotes ridiculously high prices. Other days he's terrified and offers to sell you his shares for pennies on the dollar. Graham's advice? You are free to ignore him. You don't have to trade with him just because he shows up. Instead, you should use his moods to your advantage. When he's pessimistic and offering low prices, you buy. When he's euphoric and offering high prices, you sell. The key is to never let his emotional roller coaster affect your own judgment. Graham didn't just teach these theories, he lived them. His investment firm, Graham Newman Corporation, was his laboratory. By sticking to his disciplined value approach, the firm delivered outstanding returns for decades. It became a training ground for some of the greatest investment minds in history, and among all his students, one stood out. That student was a young man from Omaha, Nebraska named Warren Buffett. Buffett discovered Graham's other classic book, The Intelligent Investor, as a young man, and said it was like seeing the light. He later enrolled at Columbia Business School just so he could learn directly from Graham. Buffett has called The Intelligent Investor the best book on investing ever written. specifically highlighting Chapter 8 on Mr. Market and Chapter 20 on the margin of safety as the cornerstones of his own legendary success. The relationship between Graham the mentor and Buffett the protege would go on to shape the future of investing for generations. While Graham was a master of numbers, he wasn't a robot. He understood that a company's quality things, like its brand strength and the integrity of its management, mattered. He was what you might call a Renaissance man, fluent in multiple languages and a lover of literature and mathematics. He saw investing not just as a way to make money, but as an intellectual challenge that required both rigorous logic and a touch of creativity. Despite his enormous success, Graham remained incredibly humble. He dedicated much of his life to teaching others his methods, hoping to empower everyday people to achieve financial independence. His legacy isn't just in the billions of dollars managed by his followers like Buffett, Irving Kahn, and Walter Schloss. It's in the millions of ordinary investors who have used his principles to build secure financial futures. Benjamin Graham passed away in 1976, but his wisdom is more relevant today than ever. In an age of crypto crazes, meme stocks, and high-frequency trading, Graham's core message cuts through the noise. Focus on what a business is actually worth. Always demand a margin of safety. And treat the market not as a guide, but as a servant. His principles provide a timeless anchor in the often stormy seas of the financial markets. The story of Benjamin Graham is a powerful reminder that in investing, discipline trumps speculation, and patience is rewarded more than frantic activity. His life and work offer a clear blueprint for anyone looking to build wealth responsibly and sleep well at night, knowing their financial future is built on a solid foundation. Thanks for watching. If you found this story inspiring, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the lives of the world's greatest thinkers and innovators. See you next time.